CT. Man, I gotta introduce my city back again, man. Hey, let's get to know about
S to the T to the L. Y'all dudes don't know my state. This the city where I stay, where my head lay. You know we don't play. I'm talking about my home city. S to the T to the L. Welcome to Let's Get to Know About St. Louis. I'm your host CT. I'm sitting here with the director PRI of Primerica, Ms. JANAY. How you doing, Ms. JANAY?
I'm good, CT. How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah. I'm sitting down here talking to you. I want you to sit down and explain what your business is and what it's about.
Okay. So yeah, it's pretty simple. My business is life insurance. What it's about, generational wealth, creating a legacy, leaving something behind, something to build off. That's what life insurance is. Using money to get more money. That's insurance.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit more about Primerica?
Primerica, of course. I've been working with Primerica for about 3 years on a independent business model. We are a large company. PRI was started in 1977. We've been doing business in the United States, Canada, Puerto Rico, Guam, pretty much going global, is what I like to say, because we're always expanding. We are a word-of-mouth company. Our happy clients refer us to other happy clients, and that's how we get around. We don't do any TV or national public advertising. We have about 7 million plus clients right now. 5 million of those clients are on the life insurance side of the spectrum. The other 2 million plus clients are on the investing side, right? So we like to teach people to buy term insurance and invest the difference. And the difference would be the money that they're saving by switching from whole life insurance to term insurance.
Can you tell people more why is it so important to have life insurance, especially in this day of era?
Why is it important to have life insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a number of reasons, man. Life insurance, I like to call it insurance. I like to call it income protection. Is more so what it is. So let's get rid of life insurance, right? We're going to call it income protection. So it's important to have income protection. Simply that, you want to protect your income. If the primary breadwinner in the house was to lose their income, everyone in the house will feel that impact within 6 months or less, right? 6 weeks or less, in our community. Someone gets hurt, can't go to work. We got bills. We teach people how to create an emergency account. People don't have $1,000 minimum in a savings or savings account for emergencies. So we teach protection, right? Teach you how to protect your money, how to make it work for you. You work hard for it. It should be working just as hard for you, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Okay. So I gotta ask you this: what made you wanted to get into referring people about life insurance?
That's a good question. Let's see. Really just knowing that there is a need for insurance as a whole, knowing that so many people are not touched or don't have this conversation. It's just a need in the community for us to have more conversations about finances, about growth, about preparation, just being secure. We shouldn't be so caught up in the things that we are, and then the basic elements of our life, fall through the cracks, like, savings account, retirement. How many people do you know that actually retires, sits down and retires?
Not that many.
not many. You know, most are, you know, they'll say they go to work to stay busy, but it's like, no.
Nah, you still got bills to pay.
You can do things around the house to stay busy. You got things to fix, but you know, we don't plan to fail. We just fail to plan. So that's what insurance is, or life insurance is, income protection is. It's putting your plan together so that the family doesn't fail.
I'm hearing some good stuff, Miss Janae.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you something. I gotta ask you this. So on my job, I have life insurance.
Mhm.
Can you explain the difference between job life insurance and private company life insurance?
Okay. So insurance on the job versus insurance with Janae.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. That's how we want to play it. Okay. So let's see. So on the job, of course, they always offer insurance, health insurance, really. They don't really offer life insurance on the job unless you're in like a higher rank. The job usually offers life insurance once you are like a manager or of some specific level. The lower level people do not get that opportunity. On the job, it's called group insurance. So you're under a group plan that's controlled by the job.
Right, that's true.
Everybody enrolls into this group plan and contributes to that plan. Because the job owns it. The job owns it. Yeah, the job owns it.
That's a lot. Yeah. You gotta take in.
You know, you typically get a certificate from your job. When you have life insurance, they'll give you a small certificate letting you know that this is your group number that you're in, or your policy number, things like that. But most people who say they have insurance on the job, they don't even know about the certificate. They never saw it, never heard about it, never thought about it, you know, but it's like, how do we as your family know that you have insurance on your job just because you said it?
Right. I think the thing about it is,
where's the proof?
When it comes to like filling out the information about insurance and all that, I think we just rush through it to get it done and over with. I don't think people actually
That's true.
read the booklet about the insurance.
That is true.
Yeah, they just sign up.
Yeah, I come across so many people say, yeah, I got it on the job. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that's great. How much do you have?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was saying, so if I'm your family or your spouse, you know, how do I prove that you have insurance if, you know, you don't even know
Right.
what this document is needed to prove your insurability to you know,
Yeah.
how do we know? Or, you know, then we have to go to the job and provide all these records and documents to say, hey, this is my husband, this is my wife, this is my mom, this is my dad. You know, you have to jump through so many hoops versus having insurance with Janae. You know, hey, Janae's going to come to your house, she's going to write your insurance, or Janae's going to set a virtual meeting with you to do the appointment. It doesn't have to be face-to-face due to COVID, you know, social distancing.
Right.
Cool, you know, all for it. I answer all your medical questions with you. We go through the application. We prove that you are in good health, or you know, we provide the documents needed to get the application approved. Once that is approved, I come back to you. I give you a booklet that, you know, is everything that all the questions we answered during the process, during this application. Everything you filled out, everything I answered, your amendments, policy pages, your child riders if you have children on the policies. Like with jobs, you know, I'm not sure if they make you pay per child, right? So you say I have 5 kids, all under 10, I need them all covered.
Right.
Are you paying per child? You know, so every child that gets added, every time you have a new baby, you have to pay additional price for a new head, right, per se. With the company I represent and the type of policies we write, when you pay for one child, all other children are free. So it's it's a benefit of it.
That's a big benefit.
Yeah, that's just one of many benefits of it. We have coverage where the coverage rises every year, just to keep up with, per se, inflation, right? So each year you have opportunity to increase your policy versus it staying the same for the next 25 years. In 10 years, the policy could double. So today I could write a policy for you and it'd be $250,000.
Okay.
You keep this policy in force. You have this IBR, increasing benefit, where in 10 years this policy would double. Now, in 2021 we had 250, right? 250,000. Fast forward 10 years, now you have $500,000 in coverage.
Oh man.
You know,
That's big right there.
a lot of people want $1 million policies, $500,000 policies, but we don't know how to get them, or we don't know how to, we don't know where to look,
Right.
or we think it's expensive. I mean, $1 million is a lot,
Right, that's a lot.
but if you can prove, that what makes you worth $1 million is what the company wants to know. Are you healthy? Is your income of that?
Right.
Right,
that's true.
You got kids. You can just have kids and make you have to have a $500,000 policy just off of your financial responsibility to those kids.
Yeah.
Do you want your kids to go to college?
Yes, man.
Do you want to provide some money for them to go to college?
Yes, man.
That's what the insurance does. It puts back the money that you were putting there, and quadruples it.
When it comes to life insurance, and let's just say like you 50 and you want to start your life insurance right then and there, would they be paying a higher price than starting when they was like 30 or 20?
Okay. Oh, that's a great question. Flat out, yes. The older you are, the more risk you are, right?
Okay.
So it's a 21-year-old versus a 51-year-old. Just based off the timeline, who's more healthy? Should the 21-year-old pay the same price as the 51-year-old?
Yeah, it's life. Just because he fit, hey, he signed up. He ready now.
The 50-year-old who's ate grease and pork and all this for 30 years straight versus a 21-year-old? It's a risk. It's a risk factor.
It's a big risk.
So, how I look at insurance, or how I like to explain it, is what your age is basically what you're going to pay, right? And if you smoke, add $10 to that.
Oh man.
Right.
That ain't me.
So just being honest. So it's, I'm 29. Just if I wanted 30,000 in coverage or something, I don't know, 100,000 in coverage, I would be paying from $29 to $39. It's kind of like how I like to scale it to make it make sense to regular people who haven't studied insurance, know nothing about it. It's like, I need it. How do I know if I'm overpaying? So you kind of compare your age to that amount that you want. So you shouldn't be paying over, if you're paying about $20 over your age, then you have some adequate coverage.
Anything else that we missed from today?
Missed? Man. I still haven't been able to break down a dime, right? So the dime lets you know how much is enough coverage for you. So I was going through it. It was like the D is for your death or debt. So that's one number. The I is for your income. How much money do you make a year? Multiply that times 10, because you want to be able to take care of your family at least 10 years after you pass. Safe to say?
Yeah.
Right? So you want to multiply that number times 10. Then you got the M, the mortgage, the rent. How much money do you spend a year on that? Multiply that number times 10.
Man.
Right? child, 50,000. So if you have 5 children, if you think all 5 going to college, that's cool. You don't have to put 50,000 for each. You can kind of play with that number and say, okay, instead of 50, I'll adjust it to 15. I can give each of my children 15,000 for college. You know, that's what Dad's going to do. Dad's going to put 15 towards it. I got 5, so I'm kind of chop it up, do what I can. And you say, well, why am I giving my child money for college? Well, you're giving your child money for college so they don't have to go through the things you and your friends experienced in college. Things like what? Oh, well, me personally, my freshman year, I went to a private college. It was very expensive, in-state, very expensive. I had work study, so I had, of course, it's called, exactly what it's called, work study. Like, you're literally studying while you're at work at the school. Like, I'm supposed to be in my dorm studying, but I'm at work studying. Like, so you're not really focused on your work because you're at work. And then when you start falling behind in class, you know, it's like a cycle. So I don't want my children to have to go to work study. I don't want that to be a part of their college experience. I'm going to provide them the money that they need. If I can put 15,000 per year towards them going to college, I will. It's about $60,000. They didn't ask to be here, but I can sure help them out.
That's big right there. They sure didn't ask. Once you picture it like that, man, you got it round.
Yeah. So it's like we have to lose the mentality of everybody fending for themselves. We have to start building for each other, and that's what insurance does. It lays the foundation for growth. The biggest issue in our community is finance, and when we do get money,
spend it.
It's gone. You know, it's gone so fast because we don't have the proper money etiquette. We don't have the base knowledge.
Yeah, we didn't learn about finances in school. They don't teach that. So that's a hard topic. That's a hard topic that these schools would never talk. They talk about everything else. You want me to take the square root from this number, but you ain't really teaching me about finances. How I'm supposed to live outside in this real world.
Yeah, I mean, everything in life comes with a paycheck. I mean, everything in life comes with instructions. Like, everything in life comes with instructions, except for your paycheck.
True.
So, if you don't know the rules to the game, which is money, how do you win?
I'm always saying, you gotta learn more about money. Especially, you gotta learn more about life insurance instead of just filling it out. So I appreciate you, Janae.
No problem.
Appreciate you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
For letting us know about all this info we need to move forward in life.
My pleasure.
But hey, you wanna tell everybody where can they reach you at?
You guys can reach me on Facebook at JAYTRU. That's J True. That's my nickname. My name is Janay. Janay L. Truitt. St. Louis, Missouri agent. Multiple state licensed agent. Arizona, South Carolina, to name a few. Look me up. DM me. Free quotes. That's what I do.
To learn more about Primerica and Janay Truitt, all her information will be located down in the description below. Also follow me on my social media at CTTV. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on more Let's Get to Know About St. Louis. I'm your host CT, and I'll see you guys at the next one.
Let's get to know about.
Hey,
What?
thanks for watching CTTV.
That's exactly what TV